Hello everybody! Today we're gonna be using some of this Modern Masters Metal Effects oxidizing paint, oxidizing copper paint, and then I'll be using the green patina aging solution to create this kind of aging effect, the patina of the copper. So let's get to it. I've got some brushes, I've got some liner brushes for the copper patina to lay that aging solution in a pretty thick manner. And then I have the flat brushes to do the copper part. Okay, let's where's that? I'll be right back. Oh, my goodness, left it here. Wanted to burn a little bit of incense for making some atmosphere. I just like the smell. Alright, so let's get to it. I've used the same copper paint for the wall here too. It's a little bit smelly, but not too smelly. And so initially you do have to apply a primer to it. The primer is already down, 2 layers of primer, and then it says 2 layers of copper paint. Then on the last layer of copper paint, while it's still wet, you need to apply the aging solution. Now I've already applied copper paint and aging solution, so this is pretty much the second time I'm doing this. So I don't need to prime it anymore. Hey, happy Friday guys! Squeldar, Clara, so nice to have you here. Gang is in! Okay, so I already have some paint here. Thankfully it's been completely dry on the walls. How are you guys doing? I hope the sound is okay. Let me know if the sound is okay. The microphone is a bit far away, but I know, long time no see. Are you home? Are you just relaxing the Friday, the day, the evening? I really love this paint. It's so metallic. I'll put this over here. Okay, so I hope that you can see I'm not starting this corner here. I'm just gonna use the paint that's in the bucket already. Alright, let me turn up the voice a bit. Be right back. Turn it up here. Okay, I don't know if I can. This is as high as I can get it. Hopefully it's okay. Music is too loud. I'll turn it down a bit if it's too low still. Working from home. Nice. Yeah, have a good time in Italy. I'm sure it's gonna be so much fun. And at least the food, you know. Okay, so I'm just gonna make some patterns. I'm just putting the copper where I plan to age it. I'm doing kind of a crisscross, not crisscross, kind of like a pattern. You can see over here the dark got kind of washed out. It's because of the overspray. When I was oxidizing this wall, I got a bit of overspray on everything here, so everything is kind of dull. Big project. This is a pretty big project, yeah. I mean, not extremely big. It's just a floor in the living room. I'll show you the whole thing when at one point, at the end probably. But I did start it a while ago. This is like the last thing I need to do for the kitchen, and then the kitchen is all done. We've been working on this kitchen for what it seems like ages, like years. All right, and then I'm gonna go. What are you working on, Quelder? How's your course going? How is your painting course with the ladies? So these are what I'm doing right now. It's just the parts in between that I haven't painted already, because I have a lot of this already painted, a lot of the cellular structures, and I still have a few left that I wanted to decorate. I'm kind of working against time right now because I can't let this paint dry. It's going okay. You need to finish this painting. Have you posted it? Which one are you working on at the moment? Now, my favorite part is kind of rounding out the edges of everything. So I'm painting right now the interstices. I really love the word interstices, like the spaces in between the cells and spaces, you know, the liquids, empty spaces. Interstices. A plan for Inktober. Well, you're good at doing those 5-in-1. Maybe you can do another one of those. I'm so happy I'm not even attempting it. I'm not attempting Inktober this year. So take my model. Save yourself the pain. So by rounding out these corners here, it makes it look even more, a little more organic, a little more cellular, and less like a pattern. It looks a little more chaotic, that's it. That's why I like it. This floor is hard. It's not easy to paint on the floor or on the ceiling. Those are some very uncomfortable to paint spaces. And I kind of like that I have this other, like the background pattern of texture too. That'll give it more dimension. And since I've done this whole painting, what I did was in several several stages. First I painted everything in copper, and then I just sprayed here and there with the copper aging solution, and then I painted everything with this color, with a dark charcoal. And then we walked on it for a while, so it's aged already. But now I'm adding some fresh paint, and it really looks like, gives it dimension. It's a little more abstract. I like doing abstract stuff because it kind of relaxes you. It helps you go with the flow. You don't worry so much about being exact and following, you know, a specific thing. You kind of let yourself just doodle. It's kind of like doodling. But I am curious to see how it's gonna look. Yeah, will you do like plein air painting in Italy? I'm sure you will. You'll go to a nice cafe and or to parks probably. Okay. Hopefully this is still wet. And now I have this little cup, and where did I put it? You stress even when you're making organic shapes. Alright, I'm pouring this in a cup. Don't drink it. This is like toxic stuff. It looks so pretty though. Doesn't it look so pretty? It looks like alcohol. Sanitary alcohol in Romania is bluish. In America it's transparent. Urban sketches, you're really good at those, Clara. Hold on, let me send you a meme I made addressing this topic. Alright, so I'm just going to lay this solution right over. I'm using this very thin and malleable brush because I don't want to scratch the paint that is there, and I want to leave quite a bit of liquid. And the more liquid there is, the more oxidation there is, and the nicer it looks. If it's just a little bit of liquid, it's just white. It's kind of light, but if there's more liquid, it turns a little more blue. It has more depth. So that's what I learned in my experiments, which were, well, I learned a lot, let's just put it like that. I did waste a lot of solution because, you know, I tried it out and some of them did not come out the way I wanted them to come out. So there were some tutorials, but they weren't so in depth. They didn't say don't do this, and I don't know. It's also different when you're doing it on a floor as opposed to doing it on a wall. Because when you do it on the wall, I ran into the problem of dripping, and so you couldn't leave a whole lot of the solution on the wall because of the drippage. But on the floor, you can get a lot more control. And so I'm just laying this right over, and you're gonna start seeing it. I did drip some here. I'm curious whether it's going to change the paint or not, but I'm shading it. But I'm already seeing there slowly it's starting to turn. And even in the 3-hour stream, you're totally gonna see a lot of transformation. this is actually much easier than the wall. Do it with a paintbrush. Oh, this is really cool. I'm using my longest liner brush. I feel you, Addie, with the anxiety. I'm often so apprehensive about picking up a sketchbook or anything, because I've got creating anxiety, you know. But then sometimes when you just start with something easy, that kind of takes it away, and you just go with it. If you repeat a thing often enough, then it'll stop creating that anxiety in you. Right, let's do this little one here. I'll just leave my paintbrush in the solution, I guess. You sent it to me. Let me see. You did send something to me. I'm going to participate in October, even though I'm traveling for half of it. Oh cool, by working ahead, right? That's funny. Alright, I'm going to do something a little different for this one. Got something there. It's not paint. That's funny. Clara, thank you for sharing it. You can only do art socially. Well, you know what? Sometimes that's true. You know, whatever it is, and it's a good thing to get you to do it. So it's good that you seek to be in social situations to do art. For example, I mean, it translates to many things, to anything that you feel like you need to do, but at home it's fine to find them. It's hard to finding the motivation and to just get you to do it. My husband started working out, and I mean, we've had treadmills, we've had workout equipment, like we've invested a lot in a lot of equipment, and I mean, we've been doing kind of on and off. I don't like treadmills, but he used to use treadmills, but then he kind of fell out of that, you know. So now he joined the gym and he's like, I really need to start working out. So he's been doing it 3 times a week, and he really likes it, and nobody laughs at him for, you know, because he's always kind of been socially, not awkward, but, you know, about working out in public. So it's good to do it together, and you create relationships, and it's just, it's another thing when you see other people struggle with things, and you can talk around it, and not around it, but talk through it. Talk through the pain and laugh about it. And yeah, let me bring this closer because I can't see. Yeah, it is. I've been wanting to do stuff for myself too. Like, this is a project for myself, but and I'm really happy that I took the time to do it. Well, part of it is because I need to finish this, but I also really want to finish this. But I've been caught with making sketches for murals and painting murals and that kind of stuff, that business kind of stuff, part of things. And it's been kind of taken away from what I want to do creatively. I want to try different things. I want to do organ pyramids. You know, organ pyramids? There, there are these resin pyramids that have copper and gemstones in them, and well, you can put anything really, but they have, and they're supposed to be healing and beautiful. So you can make them yourself. You just need a resin mold and resin, and you can put anything. And I've been wanting to do them for ages, but I just haven't had the time to really, you know, if somebody would say, here's a month, just experiment and do whatever you want, and of course everything is provided, nor you're living. Yeah, but when you're trying to make a living and you're trying to you know, be responsible adult, family and stuff, so, but I will do that, do the organ, because I want to. I've been wanting to paint with oils too, and I haven't really, I still have a little bit of I don't know, maybe I'm just not inspired. Well, it's nice to run outside if you have where to run outside, and if you like to be outside, because not everyone likes to be outside. Yeah. What are you referring to, Clara, when you say that? You guys can see what I'm doing here. Barely see, but you can see already starting. It looks yellowish over there, the oxidation. It's so fascinating to me. I love it. It's like science, like art science. I want to make a shirt saying it's something about art and science. I'm not really sure what exactly, but I'm leaving this liquid in a pretty thick manner, and look, it just stays where I put the copper, because the copper is still wet and it kind of leads it. It's a little bit like painting with watercolors, osmosis. But I was thinking about the walls. Hang on, I'll come back. Natural riverside. Nobody cares. Yeah. Yeah, but now people care. People, you know, care about the connection too. And it's just nice to see other people's journey. This is sure gonna be one trippy floor, guys. Got some tea. Yeah. People, here's the thing, as Master Louis Guidetti would say, here's the thing. People don't generally judge you unless you start judging other things, you know? Unless you have an opinion, people are pretty forgiving. Alright, what are we doing here? Let's make little circles. Or kind of things that I don't know what we're doing right now. one hard thing, not hard, one thing that I always try to remind myself when I kind of stuck for inspiration, which I often am, is and the thought comes to me afterward because I notice it in nature and stuff, but it's all like life is just pattern. Yeah, it's true, Qualdar. When you get to a point where the more eyes that are on you, the more difficult it is, because there's more chances of haters and people to gratuitously comment something that was completely not unrequested, or what's the other word? I'm still thinking. I'm prompted, you know. If you give me enough time, I'll remember. Okay, this is gonna be very interesting. So that's what I was talking about, patterns, you know. You just have to remember that everything is just patterns, lines, circles, squiggly lines, fractals, just repeating patterns everywhere. So that's what makes something really spectacular, is the repetition, the amount of detail. Look at that transforming! Unsolicited. That's it. Thank you. Unsolicited. Now, this doesn't smell. If I go close, then I can smell kind of something, but it's not smelly. So that's good. There are like little tiny pearls in here. The Lord from Earth Dawn. Okay. I'll have to check it out. Try to find something. I know at the moment it's a little underwhelming because you can't really see, but it's very fast acting. Just painting, it's kind of like painting with transparent ink, and then it appears in a little bit. It's not popular, is it, Quelder? I'm not very much into popular stuff. If they hype it too much, then it's not worth it, you know? That's what I say. I found that my favorite things are not very popular. Not just because they're not cool, or just by design. I think they weren't advertised enough, or I don't know, people just maybe don't have the attention span for good quality stuff. I think people's standards are very low in our society. Like, take Dirk Gently's Holistic Detective Agency, you know, like that's just one thing that pops into my mind. It's really fun, it's really funny and cool, and you know, different. It's not like anything you've seen, and it never went mainstream. It never went super popular, but there is a small fan base. I mean, I wouldn't say small, pretty, not as big as the most popular stuff, you know, but considering how little advertisement it got, people that love it really love it. I often see fan art for Dirk Gently. Yeah. RPG. Yeah, but it's funny, the movie is nothing like the book. I listened to the book, and it's really different. And the story is different, like everything is different. The only common thing is that it was a detective story, and Dirk Gently had his own style. But it's good. Douglas Adams was awesome, and Terry Pratchett too. Like Terry Pratchett, it's Discworld. They made some movies, but I never heard of them through mainstream media. Nor are they on any of the popular streaming platforms like Hogfather, and actually they did make The Watch. They did make The Watch, and they did make Going Postal, but I don't know how many people know of that, and they kind of changed the stories. But and they modernized it, of course, for modern people to be able to digest the genius that is, you know, you need a certain amount of attention. You get the Hogfather in a bargain bin. The actual tape or DVD? That's cool. See, Quelder, you're learned. You're an erudite person. I know you have standards. But it's difficult to find people with standards nowadays, you know, with a good sense. DVD before streaming services. You know what I'm doing right now? I think I kind of... this is very much the same philosophy as Zentangle, like doodling, not to put a patented name on it, but it's the very same thing. You just kind of make lines, and then you connect them, and then you kind of let yourself just keep going with it. Keep going with it. but I don't know if I have exactly. Maybe I started with an idea, like what I wanted to paint, and then move the camera so you can see me. You can see my face, but not my soul. I don't know what I was talking about. Look, yes, I was talking about Zentangle. And so I kind of started with, I looked at reference photos of bacteria, of cellular organisms, of like microscopic images. So I tried to build kind of a library of visual information about the shapes that I wanted to create. You know what it started as? Have you guys seen Guardians of the Galaxy? I think the third one, the last one, the one with the dad. They were in his big room. I don't know. There's a really awesome fractal floor there when he was talking to his dad, and the floor is just so beautiful. It's got all these fractal shapes and stuff, and I said, hey Sam, I kind of want to paint that. And then I don't think this looks exactly, I mean, doesn't look very much like it, but that's where I started with my idea of making this fractally cellular microscopic looking bacterial floor pattern. So after I'm gonna put the paint on, and after it all dries, I'm gonna apply varnish to lock this in, because I think it might be toxic, especially for dogs when they come into the... Well, first of all, it rubs off. The patina does rub, some of it rubs off when you keep walking on it. So, and the dogs, if some food falls off, they might lick it. They're gonna get sick if they do that. So I'm gonna seal it with the sealing solution that also from Modern Masters. So they got a really good deal going on for them. I think I shouldn't have done 2 at a time, because this is now dry. Should also talk less. That's okay if I apply 2 coats, because sometimes it's a bit thin with just 1 coat. Rounding the corners. A scene in Ant-Man with Vanderbilt fractals. Oh, cool. See, I like nerdy things, but I'm not much of a comic watcher. Sam is. He loves comic books and stuff like that, and like Marvel and all of that stuff. And so I am, of course, a victim of having to watch stuff like that. But I mean, Guardians of the Galaxy is an nerdy movie too. But it's got humor, you know. I think stuff, for me to like it, it's gotta have some sort of either psychologic relief or comic relief. I've got to feel one of those. I gotta leave with something after I've watched something, otherwise it's just not worth the time for me. I mean, entertainment is fun and all that, and I love entertainment, but I love it when it goes a little deeper too. But it doesn't always have to. Ant-Man Quantum Realm scenes. Cool. I will. I have seen, I think, part of the first Ant-Man. Or were there different Ant-Mans? Sometimes I get bored and I kind of zone out. Oh yeah, I am wearing my Mandelbrot set sweater, hoodie. Guys, Jonathan Colton, do you know the musician Jonathan Colton? He's got a Mandelbrot set. That's what I remember. He's got a Mandelbrot set song, and he's coming to New York. No, he's coming to Pennsylvania on the New Year's Eve, and we want to go. Have you guys heard of Jonathan Colton? He's a fun musician. Second one is meh. Alright. Oh, it's got enough copper in here, hopefully. Doesn't help that I have a window open behind me and stuff dries. But I need air. Air. Alright, let's get to this. Ah, guys, look at that. Look how cool it looks. Oh, I like it. I don't know where that came from. I think I've seen too many people say that with that kind of enthusiasm. It's just not me. I apologize. I will abstain from expressing such enthusiasm in the future. It looks authentic, with authentic battle damage. Thank you. I think I just like it's like magic. It's like chemistry, you know, science. It makes me feel very smart, like I'm doing something to advance the society, human population, culture. I know, right? It's like, God, be cool. Stop it. Be cool, man. Yeah, it just shows weakness. Why would you be enthusiastic? Tonight I've got my acrylic pouring workshop, and it's exciting. I also started painting my garage door, and I again have not finished it. God, this will not be a situation like last year. You know, last year I never posted, I don't think. I started painting, you guys might remember because I did a sketch during a live stream, a scene with Harley Quinn and Joker, and they had fireworks and stuff. I think I remember Harry was on the call back then, and Clara was definitely there. I remember the conversation too. And how was I gonna say? So anyway, we kind of painted that scene on the garage door, but we just kind of started it. We never finished it. it got too cold in the following weeks, and then it went straight to like winter, and then it just felt I don't know, just didn't feel like finishing that anymore. I felt like I was over it. So yeah. The Halloween painting, that's right. Hang on, let me move the camera back a bit. There you go, so you can see. Oh. All right. That's weird. This patina looks greener than the other one. I wonder if I got a green patina instead of a... Did I get a blue patina last? Oh, I thought it was green, but it looks more blue than green. I don't know. Move this out of the way. It does smell a little like metal, you know how after you wear metal for a while, say you have a necklace or a ring that is not silver, which I would never wear. I only wear silver. And it starts smelling a little bit. It's got that metally smell. Ugh, I really don't like that smell. But for the floor, you know, when I don't wear it, it's fine. Yeah, I really don't like jewelry that is not, that will oxidize too fast or that will smell after a while. I prefer silver or copper, even copper. Even if copper smells a little bit, I'll wear copper. Because I know it's got antimicrobial properties and antibacterial and all that good stuff. It's also got some spiritual properties, so I don't mind copper. But your regular nickel or tin, I don't do that sort of thing. Putting another coat here, having a nice thick layer. See what's the damage. Reminds you of Art Nouveau. I hope that's a good thing. So yeah, I was talking about the garage door mural. So I called Paul again because it seemed like it's starting to be like a tradition to do a mural together. He's a digital painter, and he's, you know, in his 60s, I think. He's a chiropractor, so it's funny for him doing these outdoor paintings. It's quite the workout. It's a challenge for him. It's like going to Ninja Warrior, okay? He's like, wow, it's like my once a year meeting with nature, communing with nature. It's funny. And it's difficult. It was difficult for both of us because in the morning it was so hot and the sun was shining right on us, and so we took a very early break. We went and had some pizza inside. So I repay him, you know. I don't just put him to work. Pay my slaves a decent wage. The colors. Now I see where I've missed. I wonder if this will be an experiment. I wonder if even if it's dry, it's gonna oxidize a little bit. It's pretty fresh, you know. Like, it's not that. It takes a while though, sometimes. All right. So let's see. Where do we go next? I think I want to do this part right here. Can you see it? Let me see right this part. Oh, just turn it. Portion. Yes. Alright, use a smaller brush. Need the liner from now on. Jamie's working, guys. Good for her for getting a job, finding a job she likes. Not a lot of people, you know, do something they like, and not a lot of people that like that kind of job that she likes, you know. Good for her. Kids are not easy. But if you like them, then you know, you obviously have the skills to deal with them. will miss her though. She was very loyal when she was around. I mean, when she didn't have a job. But I'm happy for her. Yes. How's your job doing, Clara? Are you doing something exciting? You're always kind of doing new things there. Any new innovations? In the world of marketing? Oxidize. The job has been good. That is great. Everything's turning green. I love this, the colors too. There's so many colors in here. Oh, I dipped in the wrong thing. There's like yellow and green and white. I think it also depends on the amount of copper paint there is underneath. The oxidation level. I think the more copper paint there is, the thicker the layer, the more thicker the oxidizing effect, if there's also a lot of liquid. The trick is to not rub off that paint underneath while you're doing this, because if you rub it off, it's just gonna destroy the effect, turn it like matte, chalky. We don't want that. Look at me talking about this like I'm an expert. Never trust anyone on the internet. On a new packaging for asparagus. That's cool. So, so they ask you for your artistic input and feedback, and do you make designs for them? You make graphic designs. That's cool. It's gonna be so much fun. Cool. That's so good that they kind of probably see you as a professional, you know, opinion on graphic design, like an expert, that's the word, in your field. That's really good. You gotta feel good, right? You also have the marketing knowledge and you have the graphic design knowledge. It's really good. All right, then I'm gonna do the same stuff right in here. Let's see, can you see? Nope. I'll turn the camera again. Sorry about the noise, but right here, okay, you can see that. In a way that is not going to get the other stuff. Madman. Yeah. That's funny. Kind of like on Joe, it's kind of like a Joe Rogan experience. Just get together and talk about ideas and stuff. That would be cool. See? It's fun. It's all about emphasis. It's all about emphasis. When I was reading it at first, I was like, "Oh, Eddie," but then once I read the whole thing, I understood that it was more of a, "Oh, Eddie." That's the danger of punctuation, Clara. There was none. And I of course read it as a ... Should I put a comma and an exclamation point in there to express your excitement? I'm like, oh, what did Eddie do? Just joking though. But it is true. Deets. Almost dipped in the wrong puddle. Oh, nice. That's good for her. I think Amsterdam is a pretty cool place, right? 9% is a lot, and Amsterdam isn't cheap. It's like super expensive to live there. She must have savings or something, or she just doesn't want to live here anymore, which is understandable. You can only hope, Quelder. A place is only as good as you make it, right? The only Zen that you bring to the top of the mountain is the Zen that you... No, the only Zen you'll find on the top of a mountain is the Zen that you bring with you. She's a lawyer without the accreditation. Yeah, it's insane. Gotta get all of them. Gotta get them all. Alright, gotta start oxidizing before it dries. It'll be good for her to have somebody there that kind of, I mean, she doesn't know, but is a trusted person, you know. Trusted and referred by friends, so you've got good referrals, Eddie. You just have to live up to everybody's expectations. No pressure. It is a big deal, yeah. Yeah, no shit. Yeah, I have. I have. It was scary. Okay, where do we go next? Maybe I should do this too. Or let's see, let's see. Have I been working somewhere else? Oh no. Okay. I am. Could do this. Or I could do this. Let's do that. I think I'm wearing the wrong pants for this today. I'll get super international. Wow. Cool. I bet. Very metropolitan. Okay. Let's go a different pattern this time. Let's do a little line in the middle. And let's do some little rib looking things coming from the middle. I want to go over. Wait, can you see what I'm doing here? Ah, you can see. Right? I'm working right in that little corner. You cannot see. There we go. Hopefully now you can see. Gonna look a little weird. I like it. Kind of like a centipede. Weird. See, when you just let yourself go, you can create all sorts of weird, creepy things. Also on that Jonathan Colton concert, They Might Be Giants are gonna be there too. You are covered by yourself. Yes. I'll be in Amsterdam for itself for 2 hours next Friday. Really? Oh, cool. Oh, your layoff is in Amsterdam? Not layoff. What is it? You know, the what's it called? The distance between flights. I don't know. What is it called? See, I'm not familiar with the word layoff, so layover. Layover. Snag some good Dutch experience. Some licorice, but not chocolate licorice. I don't want to start the licorice controversy anymore. See, it's been so long since I traveled that I forget the terms. The proper travel terms. It's sad. It's sad. Indubitably sad. Buy wooden shoes. Delft, blue boy and girl kissing. Aw. That's cute. Oh god. Who summons me? Hey. Good, how are you? Uh-huh. Sorry about that. You know, family trouble and stuff. Nothing I'm going to bore you with. Just gotta see, I got a message from Aaron. Wanna work on a job with us the last week of October and the first week of November? First week of November, maybe. Yeah, I'll reply to that later. Let's see what I miss. What I miss. Hang on. Wow, I missed a lot. You need to travel, Laura. I know I need to travel. We can go to Amsterdam together. I would love to, but things are kind of hectic in our lives right now. Amsterdam uses the euro. Your gas prices went up 6 times? Holy moly. Actually, gas prices are lower now than they've been in the past half a year. They actually went down to 369 or 60 something, 360, right? They were over $4 and to $5 when it was really bad, but now they're going down, which is cool. However, I've traveled a lot, especially when they were really expensive, so it was really expensive. I know I need to travel, need to go to my home country, visit my mother. Can I see this? Move this just a little bit. Okay. Itchy ear. Not too bad in the suburbs. Yeah, the suburbs is the best place to live anyway. You live in the suburbs, right, Clara? I'm kind of doing the reverse of what I did for the big cells. For the big cells I went with the blackish, the dark color. I did these sort of patterns. doing it with the copper and then I'll oxidize it. You know, eyes are kind of my comfort zone. Totally my comfort zone.